Welcome to Manufacturing Tech Australia.
Jack, welcome to Manufacturing Tech Australia.
Welcome.
Thanks for being on the show. I'm here with Jack from Flint Systems, and as you can see, Paul here is currently operating a virtual crane. He's got a VR headset on, if you hadn't already figured that out. Jack, maybe tell us a little bit about what you guys do and what's going on here.
Okay, the company actually started in '95, and we were always experimenting with new technology when it comes to delivery of training.
Yep.
So virtual reality, which became affordable and reliable around 10 years ago.
Yep.
We started to utilize in our trainings. And what you can see here is it's a pocket version of our simulator. We built a few types of simulators, which have actuators, which simulate the whole movement of the machinery.
You're right.
And these simulators became affordable for civilians. Before they used to be mainly for defense.
Yep.
And they mimic the actual machine. So when we call it digital twin.
Yep, of course.
So we take from the manufacturer the whole physical behavior of the machine and replicate it in a digital domain.
Yep.
Additionally, we built environment around it. So let's say it could be a construction site like here,
Yep.
or it could be a warehouse or a harbor. It depends on the client. So we replicate the actual behavior of the machine and the environment. What's the benefit of it? That we can actually create dangerous situations, which we normally don't have during the training.
Yep.
So you can actually feel the machine and see the consequences of your action,
Yep.
which normally you couldn't afford. The machine actually usually is very small, so the maximum dimensions are 1 meter by 1.5.
Yep.
But that mimics the whole movement of the machine, including wobbling, vibrations, and so on. So the person basically can experience everything and train his muscle memory, which is very important. So it's like driving a car. You start to feel it, not to think about it. It's the whole advantage.
Awesome.
Additionally, we produce other simulators. This is a motion platform. So we produce welding simulators as well. The welding simulators have different modules. One of the modules was first in the world underwater cutting and welding simulator, which we delivered to European Navy. Now we can sell it to civilians as well.
Yeah, amazing.
And new model will be available in Australia probably within 2 months.
So we talked about welding. This is obviously a crane.
Yes.
I'm assuming it's forklifts, all sorts of machinery?
Yes, because when I said motion platform, this is a platform which we can put the different machines.
Yep.
And you don't even need to, let's say, stop the computer. You can swap the controllers, which are taken from the real machine. And these are hot swap using USB connectors. So having one platform, you can build up the park of your machines.
Yep.
Let's say forklift, tower crane, or others using the same platform. Just to give you an example, we are talking with one of our clients now that actually would like to use a forklift simulator and the tower crane and deck crane on the same machine.
Of course. Yeah.
Which is very cost effective.
Yeah.
You can imagine that. Another thing is that in a pocket version like this one, without actuators, you can actually put everything to a large suitcase and travel with, so the trainer travels from location to location.
Yeah, okay.
That's another cost-saving feature. Yes.
I'm assuming there's limitations when you're travelling with it in a suitcase. It's not the same as the full actuated suit up. Yeah.
Yes, because the actuators are not in, obviously. Another solution is to put the whole simulator on a small van, for example, and travel with this.
Yeah.
So it's like a traveling classroom.
Yeah, amazing.
Yes, which is another solution. But then you've got actuated the full experience.
Yeah,
Yes.
right. I guess there's a fair element of safety involved in being able to do the training virtually rather than in the actual equipment. That'd be one of the main drivers for it.
Obviously.
Cost efficiency would be a second one, I'm assuming. So when you talk to your customers about the advantages that they've picked up about it, what sort of feedback do they give you?
The main advantage is the shortening of the time of training. The person who operates, a trainee operates the machine, they can be trained by themselves. Obviously, the trainer allocates the exercises for them. But if they train for half an hour or 5 hours, it depends on the person, on an individual. and the individual, if the individual has a feeling that he's good enough in operating the machine, he can go to the real machine. So probably we reduce the time from our feedback to 10 to 20% on a real machine.
Yeah, okay.
Which is the huge advantage, because time saving, maintenance, the cost of the machine, all of these associated things, and downtime. In the case of the tower crane, for example, the tower crane, you have to stop the construction site.
Yeah.
You have to climb the tower, you have to operate with the limited number of exercises, then you go down. So you can't create an accident. In here you can see the reaction. You can see that he has a problem with putting a forward. Yes. Normally you
don't want to do that in real life.
Smash it. Yes. Yes. But here you can do it. You can see consequences of your actions. That's the most important. So if I may, I can demonstrate one thing. You can create different time of the day. You can see. You can change the weather condition. So we've got raining day. I can create fog. Or wind speed. Yes, and direction. So you can gradually increase difficulty of the training, which normally you wouldn't do during the one day and 10 seconds. So you can imagine that it's huge advantage that you create a situation which normally you wouldn't experience during normal training, but you can have it in a real life.
Yeah, amazing. How was it, Paul?
Harder than it looks.
So Jack, when we think about the traditional manufacturing digital twin environment, it's all about not just the equipment, but it's the entire facility. Sounds like you can also build this with your platform too. And you talked about docks, you talked about warehouses. Can you talk us through what does that look like and how difficult is it?
Okay, so our simulators come with the editor, which allows an instructor to build new lessons, new exercises within the environment which is designed. It could be a custom design of the environment, or it could be just off-the-shelf one. I'm just showing you this one, which we are on CeMAT. So, as you can see at the back, we've got the exercise area for the forklift championship.
Of course,
But we built it on a standard design. So we've got warehouse here, loading area, and another warehouse. But on the side, we built these shelves, which championships are taking place. And we've got the forklift, initial position. But we can feel it. I'm just using my mouse, so it doesn't need to be a programmer to build a new scenario. I can place a new container, for example. I can, for example, open the container. I can place different variety of different elements, just turning the mouse, placing them here. So I can see different cargo, as you could see on the side. People walking, for example. So I can create a scenario where the forklift will operate later. So we have different weather conditions, different time of the day, different arrangement of the warehouse, for example. As soon as I save it, I'll just exit from here because we don't want to modify it. The trainee can enter the environment and can work in it. So basically it's very rapid development, which is usually was an obstacle in aviation simulators. You have to be experienced programmer to build that scenario. We wanted to make it very user-friendly, so the trainer or instructor, he's using his experience. He doesn't need to learn a new tool. That's very intuitive, just mouse operation, And another thing is we can build a custom environment. That's a good example. That's Michelin in Europe. We replicated the whole warehouse. And this is the whole advantage, that you've got a new employee or refresher training for the returning employee. They can be trained on a simulator. So for example, forklift, driving this forklift within the environment, which is already that they know. So as soon as they enter the workplace, they know the location of every element. Additionally, the cargo which is placed here is a typical cargo for this particular company. So it's a tire producer, so they've got these racks and everything prepared for them. So this is a custom design environment. It's a very good example, I think, because you can see that people are walking here and some forklifts are already operating here.
Yeah.
We also built a multiplayer, let's call it, or multi-user version, so a few operators can work within the same environment.
Right.
So let's say in a harbor you've got a crane operator and you've got a forklift operator. So they load for example, crate on the, let's say, any device which the crane operator can lift. So basically they coordinate their movement.
Right.
So that's very important for teamwork.
And so I'm guessing you've got two consoles talking simultaneously so that they're interacting like in a real environment. Yeah.
Currently we delivered up to 4 consoles because there was not need for more, and up to 8 workstations for welding simulators. So
yeah, right. Okay.
so these people can work together.
So we worked through it. Obviously, there's the modular design. I'm guessing you can change this out to look like different parts of equipment?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, because the whole idea is the modularity, both software and hardware.
Yeah.
So when you've got hardware, obviously different controllers for different equipment.
Yeah.
But as I said, they could be hot swapped. So you just pull them out, pull them in new ones, and you start a new simulator. So you could see that we operated the tower crane, but at the same computer we've got the forklift. So the same platform can be used for different machines.
Yeah. And in a typical environment, you've obviously got, this would be the instructee or the person who's doing the training, and you've got a separate console for the instructors who are watching, or are you typically just watching like this?
Actually, we've got included in a package is the instructor workstation. So for this environment, we've got a laptop, but normally we've got a very rigid computer, water-cooled computer, which can be placed in the environment. The temperature doesn't affect the performance. Yes. So yeah, the instructor can actually just start the lesson and leave a trainee to play on himself, or instructor can on the fly change the conditions. So he can actually interfere with
increase
the
wing
performance.
speed or
Yes.
right. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. Amazing. Well, Jack, thank you very much for showing us the Flint Systems 3D model system and virtual environment. It's been amazing having you on the show.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks for tuning in to Manufacturing Tech Australia with Shane and Paul.